All right, so we've implemented a retrieval of widgets as an array of widgets from a relational database, right? From a table called widgets, and we implemented it using the a service, right, that implements the find all widgets through the use of this find all function in our repository. Yes? All right, let's keep using it. Let's keep using some of these. Let's implement a couple more things here. How about let's find widget by ID? Let's do that. All right, so find widget by ID. Notice that now our primary keys are integers, right? So we have to fix this a little bit. We want this to be integers. Let's see, can we refactor that? If I say here refactor and type migration, let's see, type migration, migrate, blah, 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 and I want it to be integer, refactor. Okay, let's see if this worked. The controller should have changed as well. Find widget by ID. Indeed, it changed it to an integer here as well. All right, so that worked, perfect. All right, so let's implement find widget by ID. So instead of returning null, what we'll do is that we'll use the repository again, right? So we have the widget repository, dot, notice that there's a find by ID, you see that? Right? And we can pass in the WID, right? But it's complaining saying that the return type of find by ID doesn't match my widget, right? Instead, actually what it returns is an optional, see that? Found Java util optional, right? Optional is a wrapper object that allows you to handle the fact that what comes back from the database might be null, right? So that check to see, is it there, right? So I'm going to be optimistic and say yes, it's there, right? But there's a whole bunch of flags that allow you to say Boolean is present, is the object present, and whether it's present or not, you can handle that error there. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm just going to say .get. Get unwraps the object. It gets me the original object that is inside my wrapper. All right, so I'm going to do a get, and what I do get is an actual widget, which now is the correct data type for my widget over here. Make sense? All right. So if I do that and I go back to my controller, this was mapped to this endpoint, API widgets, and then the ID of the widget. All right, let's try her out. Let's run the server. Let's restart. Okay, so if we refresh, notice here are all the widgets, but if I provide the ID of the widget, right, it retrieves that one widget, right, or two. Everybody okay? All right.